Uh, I don't know whether to call it induction. I think it was compulsion on part of my parents. I sort of was creating a lot of trouble in the. I spent a lot of my childhood at my grandmom's house, which was very close to Shivaji Park. Played cricket almost day night and created a lot of trouble for my neighbors. So, and my dad obviously saw how much I enjoyed playing the game, and he obviously thought during the vacations maybe I can go and spend some time at one of the nets in Shivaji Park. And fortunately for me, I ended up at Ramakant Achrekar sir's sort of academy or clinic, and things took off from there. But that's my real induction into the sport. I just started the game because I guess like most any other kid who loves the game and just enjoys playing it. Never knew what would transpire later on. Quite a overwhelming experience for a young guy if you just go and want to just play cricket, because it's real serious stuff. I mean, I obviously saw me play before he sort of took me on, and he obviously saw that I could play a bit of cricket. So he asked me to come for practice the next day. I started training with the club guys, and obviously I wasn't part of the Shardashram school at that point. I was in a different school, and then it was basically 24/7. There was all 7 days a week. We almost ended up playing 7 games every week, almost. So it was completely a shock for any young player who starts the sport thinking, oh, it's a bit of fun. Yeah, I mean that's where I really started. I mean, as I said before, my grandmom's house, wouldn't exactly call it gully cricket, but yeah, there was place in the building to play some cricket, and that was the only sport that most of the guys in the building played. So easiest sport to take up, really. Everything, really. I mean, that's to be honest, as a young kid, when you start, you don't really think about playing for India or playing for Mumbai or anything. You just play the sport. But as you go on and play, say you're under 16 or under 19, that's when you start realizing what Mumbai means when you travel, even with the junior teams, and how people sort of look at Mumbai cricket. And it's probably the ultimate thing for any Mumbai player to represent the state team, and it sort of just happens. I mean, today probably there's a lot more exposure to the kids, and they obviously start thinking they're going to play Ranji Trophy or whatever. But at that point, you just play, and only when you actually get to the team, you realize, sharing the dressing room with the likes of, say, a Sanjay Manjrekar or a Tendulkar or someone like Kamli, that what Mumbai cricket's all about. Very good. I think we've obviously heard a lot how the culture was before that, and since the time I played, I thought it started changing a lot more. The interaction between the senior sort of guys who've been around for a while and juniors almost sort of easing out a little bit. But I mean, I've always said before also, Sanjay Manjrekar has been a big influence in my sort of cricketing career. When I started, he was the captain of the Mumbai team, and contributed a hell of a lot, because he'd seen the top of international cricket, top of the game, and just to gain experience from how he thought about the game and he went about it in the Ranji Trophy was fantastic. It actually was a great contributing factor to when I played for India. Obviously, it contributed to my success easily. I think that's probably the best dressing room to be in if you're actually trying to play for. Everyone tries to play for India, but you aspire to play for India. That's probably the dressing room which you are likely to gain the most. Just the experience around the room, because at that point I think there were about 7 or 8 guys who were either playing for India or been there and thereabouts. So Abhi, Paras, Salil, Sai, Vinod, obviously Sanjay, lots of guys who were playing for Mumbai at the time I made my debut, who were also playing for India. So many actually. I've had 4 titles, 4 Ranji Trophy titles since I've been playing for Mumbai, which is obviously, it's not the easiest thing to win Ranji Trophy, because the other teams have obviously caught up a lot these days. So every time you win a title is a special moment. The couple of moments actually that come easily to mind is obviously that 96-97 final, which was a day-night, the only day-night final that was played. It was a heck of a game. I mean, Delhi were supposed to be the strongest team at that point, and the first inning only finished in the last hour of the 5th day, and it was a phenomenal final. I mean, to come out winning that final obviously was a special moment. And then another one, a semi-final against Tamil Nadu, when we were basically conceded. We were almost going to concede. We were chasing 400 plus, 480 odd in that finals, and Sachin got a big double hundred, and the last wicket added a few runs. I mean, that's probably the most pressure I've ever felt in a first class game. A lot of us, I mean, 3 or 4 of us, didn't watch the entire game except for when I was supposed to go into bat. I never saw that innings at all. So everyone says that was one of Sachin's better first class innings, but never got to watch even a ball. I think today, it's a lot more easier. Also, there's a lot more pressure because you know what you are aspiring to be or where you want to go. But as I said, I mean, that's, playing, you just see the history of Mumbai cricket and you know what, once you enter that dressing room, what, where you are entering into. And obviously, I mean, that's, everyone still in India wants to beat Mumbai. Every year we play Ranji Trophy, everyone wants to beat Mumbai. Just goes to show how much respect they have for us. So for any youngster, I think obviously it's a massive pride and an honor to actually represent Mumbai. And when that happens, you've worked hard enough throughout the year to actually get there, or the last few years in Mumbai local cricket to get there. So no, I mean, that's probably the highest, one of the highest moments in my cricketing career for sure, to represent Mumbai. I try and pass on my experiences if I can, whenever it is possible, or if someone comes up to me and asks, and I keep learning from them as well. There's so many things when a young guy just comes up and says it, and you can actually pick up the good things from it. So I guess learning never stops for anyone. So but yeah, I mean, because I've had so much experience over the last 12, 13 years, that I try and pass on if I feel it's necessary to share with anyone who's maybe trying to make a mark at the moment. You obviously require courage. I mean, to last 5 days, it's not easy, especially against top class opposition, which almost all teams these days are. But yeah, I mean, everyone rates Test cricket to be the real test when you actually play international cricket. So, and there's no, it's obviously the truth, because one, obviously you need a lot of courage. Ability is obviously necessary, but you need the right temperament to last that. It's tough. It's really tough out there because everyone's gunning for you at that point. The opposition, the pressure is different. To the the endurance to last for 5 days and keep coming back at the opposition is different. So yeah, I mean, you need everything really, plus a bit of luck as well. But yeah, I mean, when you try and make a mark against the best opposition in the world, that's what you look for. The challenges are fantastic, and when you do well, the feeling's great when you actually perform against the best in the world.